Hey, what's good everyone? Local Iceman here. Here are day 3, putting the ice back in. I think it's day 3, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Day 3, putting the ice back in. COVID 2020. Things are not looking too bad here except that paint job. That paint job could be a little bit better for sure, but the lines are looking sharp. Although the paint job needs improving, I'm pretty satisfied, mostly satisfied I should say, how things turned out. The lines are looking sharp, looking straight. But basically the next step for us is start laying more water. We're gonna start throwing some more water down, build the ice up. We'll start with warm water out first. It kind of depends how many volunteers we have showing up today, how much hands we have. But first I'm gonna start with some warm water, then we'll gradually work our way into hot water. As well as I'm gonna use a spray bar at first, then we'll work our way into hose floods or hose nozzle floods. Use the fire hose nozzle there. I just kind of wanna use a spray bar at first to kind of still build the ice up a little bit. I know the paint is sealed in there nice and good, but the lines still need to be sealed up a little bit, as well as the mesh creases and the dots still have a little mesh kind of peeking up through the ice. So we definitely got to hit those spots really good, making sure we get plenty of ice over those areas before we bring the Zamboni out. That being said, Jimmy and I are here right now. Jake's going to be here soon. We're kind of waiting around for some people to show up. We've had a blast out trying to get some volunteers. Andy, he's hurt. He fell off a ladder over the weekend. The fact that he was out here helping to spray initially and putting lines down was a miracle. He fell off a ladder, cleaned gutters. He cracked some bones in his back, fractured some bones, so to say. So he's in a lot of pain. So I don't think we'll see him today. Thanks for the help, Andy. But you're on the IR right now. We'll put him on the injury reserve. But basically, other than the paint job and the lack of money, our biggest obstacle this year was finding help, like labor. Not sure how we're gonna spray the ice with 3 people today, with Jake, Jimmy, and I. Hopefully someone else will show up here to help spray some water, and that kind of also kind of depends. Like you're supposed to use hot water, right? And when you're spraying the water, you got to keep the hose moving so the hose doesn't melt in the ice. It's gonna be hard to do that with 3 people. I'm just, that's gonna really dictate how much hot water we can use and how soon we could use it. If we're only moving the hose and spraying water with 3 people, we really can't use hot water. That we can't. It'd be really difficult to keep that hose moving across the length of the ice with only 3 people. So we really need a few more people. So since we're just gonna be spraying water today, nothing too exciting going on, just us walking back and forth with the hose. I was gonna throw some tunes to the video like I did last time when we took the ice out and kind of roll with it like that. I'm not sure how long the video is going to be, the time lapse that I did. So let's go ahead and throw some music to the video. Then we'll meet back here at the end, kind of tell you how the day went, and wrap it up, and put a nice little bow on top. All right, well, there you have it. I did a bunch of floods today. I think about 9 floods we got in. Got 4 or 5 down with the spray bar before we start moving to hose floods. And with the hose floods, again, we got a lot more water on the ice versus the spray bar, as well as we could spray it a lot more evenly versus, again, at least our spray bar. So things went well today. We didn't get as much done today. We got a late start. Andy did make a guest appearance, but he was way too sore to do any kind of work, so I don't blame him on that. Thankfully, Richard finally showed up. Richard, come out of nowhere, help us out again. Thank you, Richard. We had 4 guys today spraying water, moving the hose. That was quite a job. I just, again, one of our biggest hurdles this year was finding volunteers or helpers, paid employees. I keep calling them volunteers, but we lost all our drivers. We lost most of our drivers. One's fishing, one got another job. One moved away, and it's just me, and I can't remember who else, but we're kind of short-handed right here. But we got it done. We got enough ice down there. We got a little bit over a 1/4 inch. I went and did a couple spots. We got a little over a 1/4 inch ice, so I think that's definitely thick enough to bring the Zamboni out without doing any damage with the studded tires. I mean, our studs are so loose right now that I don't think they're going to be poking through anything. So tomorrow I'm going to come in, I think I like to get at least 3 or 4 more layers down, like today or tomorrow, but that's just not going to happen. My volunteers can't come in tomorrow. It's Friday. I've kind of tapped everyone out. No one else can help out. So I'm just going to bring the Zamboni out, start doing some floods, start with warm water, and then work my way to harder and harder water as the ice gets thicker. And basically Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're just going to be dumping tons of water on the rink. And, just, again, nothing too exciting, but definitely a lot of driving, a lot of flooding ahead of us. So it's all downhill from here. Hopefully the filtration system doesn't quit on us. So other than that, things are going pretty smooth. But before I bring the machine out, I gotta make sure to give it a good wipe down. I'm gonna grease the drivetrain. I'm not gonna really wet the augers right now and the snow conveying mechanism. I just wanna make sure I'm gonna give it a good wash it down, wipe it down, make sure there's no grease dripping off it. Grease the drivetrain, the steering mechanism. Just do a preliminary grease of it, wipe it all down, because as we're going to be dumping a lot of water on the ice, and the machine, when you fill it with hot water, some parts of the machine get a little warm. I guess even with the engine running, that grease get warm and drip on the ice. And since you're just going to be dragging the towel and not the conditioner and the blade, anything that drips on the ice will just get smeared and just embedded in the ice as it freezes. And certain areas may not freeze very well because you get stuff on it like oils and grease and things like that. So I was gonna make sure to do a real good job wiping the machine down, wiping the grease down, check the oil, just some preliminary things before we bring the machine on the ice. Then over the weekend, as I'm doing floods, I'm gonna go through and I'll do a startup video here. I know Zamboni already did one, but I'll do I don't know what you wanna call it, like a startup video, what we should do. What I'm gonna do, because I need to walk through the machine, walk around the machine, make sure things are clean, change the blade, the auger chain needs to be tightened on it. I already know that. So there's some things I need to do that I can do over the weekend before I could do the floods without doing those certain things. So, and again, I'll do a separate video on that, what I did to get the machine ready for the season. So again, I'm not sure I could add too much more of that. Again, the paint job definitely needs improvement. I got room for improvement there. I got some ideas. And again, I'll throw a post-analysis video here together of things I think I could improve on and things that I liked and disliked. So we'll do that. But things overall went well. Again, I'll say it over and over again, the paint job needs improvement. The lines are sharp. I'm happy. When everything's skated on, you're not going to see this. Like I say, you see it more from the top than when you're on the ice itself. So it is what it is. I'm mostly satisfied how things went. I'm kind of just basically glad we got the ice back in. That's that's a big thing. We got the ice back in. I'm happy. All right, we'll check back in here soon, let you know how things went. But that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for watching. As always, hope you learned something. And like the local Iceman says, stay cool.